Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Cincinnati Bengals determining who they should draft at number 5 overall, Penei Sewell or Ja'Marr Chase. But before getting to that topic, question for those of you viewing, comment down below who you think they should draft between those two options. And getting to this topic, some of you might be wondering why just those two options, Penei Sewell, Ja'Marr Chase. There's a lot of guys out there. There's Rashawn Slater, there's Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith, whoever it may be. But everyone knows right now what's trending is the debate between Penei Sewell, who's a for sure guy that can protect Joe Burrow and assure that he won't get hurt again, or go all in on the aggressiveness and go with Ja'Marr Chase, Joe Burrow's former teammate. You saw what Joe Burrow's former teammate Justin Jefferson did to his NFL team last year, to the Minnesota Vikings. It took them to a whole new level in their passing game. Ja'Marr Chase, he might be able to do the same thing. So there's an argument to both sides. You want to see this offensive production go up a lot with Ja'Marr Chase, or do you want to see Joe Burrow never get hurt again? Penei Sewell, of course, injuries are always a risk, but you guys know what I mean. Penei Sewell protecting him would help prevent that a lot. And like I said, Kyle Pitts and Rashawn Slater are out there as options, of course, other guys, but the debate right now is just between those two, because right now the draft, give or take, is looking like Trevor Lawrence to the Jaguars, Zach Wilson to the Jets, number 3 to the Niners, whoever it is, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, pick your poison, doesn't matter who it is, they're taking a quarterback. Then number 4, I think the Falcons are either going Trey Lance or Justin Fields if one of the two are available, which is a good chance one of the two are, or Kyle Pitts, leaving the Bengals a good chance to have Penei Sewell or Ja'Marr Chase to pick from. Now, if one of them's chosen at number 4 by the Falcons, say they want Penei Sewell, then this makes that decision easy. But the debate right now, who do you go with? To me, it's tough. I'm a big fan of both, just because they both have their pros and cons. I don't know if either has a con. You saw Penei Sewell, his pro day, he took off, and Ja'Marr Chase's pro day was pretty good himself. Supposedly ran a 4.38 or 9. I'm not sure I believe that 4.3. Everyone's running 4.3s, 4.4s today when he hand clocked it, so I'm not going to really judge that. But just thinking what Justin Jefferson did to the Vikings and how Ja'Marr Chase can elevate this team is huge. The only reason you might want Ja'Marr Chase is because the receiving core is already pretty stout. Auden Tate, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Ja'Marr Chase. I don't want to say you don't need him, but the receiving core is great. Or you could look at the other perspective and be like, the receiving core is great now. It might be the best if we add Ja'Marr Chase. There's always a different angle to look at. And you might think, well, we don't need Penei Sewell. We address offensive line and free agency, signing Riley Rife, hooking him up with Jonah Williams. We're going to have left tackles, or we'll have our tackles set, and Joe Burrow, the risk of him getting hurt wouldn't change if we put in Penei Sewell or not, because we already addressed it. And if we want to address it anymore, we could do it in later rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's all about what do the Bengals want and how much are they going to listen to Joe Burrow. I feel like if Joe Burrow wasn't on this team, if any other quarterback wasn't on this team and didn't formally play with Ja'Marr Chase, this wouldn't really be a debate and not a huge question. However, it is. There's no point in going to that fairyland conspiracy theory, because Joe Burrow is their quarterback and he did play with Ja'Marr Chase. And there's a lot of people who think Ja'Marr Chase is better than Jefferson. That's not what this video is about, that argument. But if he's even close to being the same guy, this would take this Bengals team to a whole new level of offense and possibly push them to the playoffs. Bengals have a lot to overcome, and if I had to say right now, I don't think they make the playoffs. You guys saw my video on the record. As of today, it doesn't look good, but after this draft, things can change. Bengals in the past have struggled. Joe Mixon's never been healthy. John Ross turned out to be a bust. AJ Green he was always hurt towards the past 2 years. We still don't know if their head coach is their guy, Zach Taylor. We don't know what the Bengals have got, but if you have a healthy team with a Riley Rife and Jonah Williams that can lock down the protection and keep Joe Burrow healthy, and you got a healthy Joe Mixon out of the backfield, and you have a receiving core of Ja'Marr Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Auden Tate, that's one of the best receiving cores in the NFL, and this could be a playoff team. So it's really hard you can't go wrong either way. Either way, if you go with Penei Sewell, everyone thinks outside of Trevor Lawrence, he's the second for sure Hall of Famer outside of this draft. So if you go offensive lineman, it can't hurt. I mean, look how Anthony Munoz turned out, one of the best offensive linemen of all time, the Bengals' best player of all time for sure, arguably. So you can't go wrong protecting your quarterback. You guys have probably seen the meme. If you give Joe Burrow protection, he could throw it to anyone on pinpoint accuracy. But if you don't, if Ja'Marr Chase is down the field or not and wide open, if you don't give Joe Burrow the split second of protection and throw it down the field, it doesn't matter who's down the field because he got sacked and it never occurred. So to me, I think I have to go Penei Sewell just because I want to solidify Joe Burrow a healthy career over the next 10 to 15 years, if not more, 15, 20. You see guys like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. They're playing 17, 18, 19, 20 years now. I want to for sure guarantee that Joe Burrow will have the health to be able to do that as well. I'm going to Penei Sewell as a safe pick, but I completely understand the Jamar Chase route, and if they go that route, I seriously think it'll pay off, and I think both these picks will go into the Bengals' favor. They just had to ask. My only concern of why I want Penei Sewell is Riley Rife. I don't know how invested you are in him for the future. Penei Sewell, you're getting a 22, 23-year-old kid coming in. Riley Rife, not the youngest guy by any means, and you don't know if he can commit to the Bengals long term. You get Penei Sewell on a rookie contract, cheaper than what Riley Rife is getting. So to me, I just like Penei Sewell. Now, if you know Riley Rife, he's our guy next 5, 6, 7 years. Go with Jamar Chase, take the bet, be the aggressive team, and go for it all. I understand both angles, and like I said, there is no right or wrong answer in my opinion. That is why the debate's so good, because it's like comparing apples to oranges. There just isn't a right answer to go with. Complete two different positions. If this was a Jamar Chase versus Devontae Smith, comparison debate, who do they go there? That's different. If this was a Penei Sewell versus Rashawn Slater debate, who goes where? That's different. This one is so hard to compare and say one is better than the other. No one knows until the future holds, until we see what happens in the future. If one guy turns out to be the Hall of Famer, if one turns out not to be, one guy becomes injury prone, the other guy's perfect. We don't know until who's on the team on draft day, and we don't know until 5, 10 years from now who the right pick was. For me, the safe bet is Penei Sewell, just because I'm not betting on Riley Rife in the long term. But either way, you can't go wrong. If Riley Rife, even if he isn't long term, even if just this year he gives you a shot at the playoffs, and Jamar Chase is enough of a receiving core, Tyler Boyd, T. Kagan's on to take, go for it all. You address the defense a little bit. Trey Hendrickson. I don't like the loss of Carl Lawson, William Jackson, Geno Atkins. A couple of you guys commented down below how the Bengals defense got a whole lot better. I seriously don't think it is. I get Trey Hendrickson led a lot in sacks, but when you're on one of the top 5 rosters in the league last year on the Saints, that's going to be a pro that comes with that. You're going to be able to win one-on-one matchups when another guy on the line like Cameron Jordan's getting double-teamed. Not the point, though. Overall, Bengals defense, to you guys, it got better. To me, it didn't. But defense, you don't have to worry. So number 5, it's going on offense no matter what. You're not even worrying about defense. And number 5 overall on offense. And number 5 overall, Bengals are going to be on the clock soon. I can't wait for the draft. Let me know what you guys think. Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase. Like I said, you can't go wrong. And I'm fond of Jamar Chase and I'm fond of Penei Sewell. But to me, I'm not truly invested in Riley Rife long term. I'm invested in Penei Sewell long term. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. 2-minute warning.